Hey Pisces, this is your general tarot reading for Pisces Sun, Moon and Ascendant or Rising sign for the month of December. Pisces, let's do as we always do. We're going to shuffle the cards and wait on all the right ones to come out for you, my love. And in the meantime, let's talk about the energies that you may feel throughout the month. So, we're leaving November, entering December, still feeling a little bit of the effect of the full moon that happened in Gemini in your 4th house. Now, this could have meant that a conversation was really, it needed to be said, it needed to be had. A conversation with a family member where you finally got to say your piece about something. Emotions were bubbling up and you had to address this, but not in a kind of rage-filled way. It was just more to clear the air. You have to have your say, you have to speak how you feel and let the air be cleaned. And you did that. Also in terms of where you live physically, there could have been a moment that you had to speak up. Maybe you had noisy neighbours, maybe you couldn't sleep well at night, maybe there was some issue going on with your home that was unsettling for you or bothering you, and you had to speak up and say exactly how you felt. Gemini, moon in Gemini always wants to express in a logical way what's going on, with the right words. So you found the right words to communicate your feelings. And the 4th house is also to do with your own inner emotions and having a sense of peace and privacy and calm within yourself. And there could have been a moment, Pisces, where you were burning sage, burning incense, waving feathers and crystals and burning candles and trying to get some good vibe back in your own, soul energy. And really there came a point where you said, I've got to address this, I've got to speak what's going on, even if it's with your partner or a friend, something that was unsettling you, that you said the only way through this is to have this conversation and to say exactly how I feel, have my emotions felt, heard and understood really super clearly, to bring back the good balance, to bring back the good vibe and to make the air sweet again. And you've certainly done that. So now as we enter the month, you're back more kind of feeling in control of your emotions too, which is a really nice thing for you to do, because there's so much energy going on at the moment, Pisces, where other people are totally losing their shit out there. Really, really. And you've got Mars in Pisces. And you being the warrior now, a lot of people could look up to you and say, well, I'm going through a problem, I'm going through a crisis, and they could all be coming to you saying, save me, help me, help me. And there could have been a moment as we leave November where you get frustrated with this, and there's a point where you say, why are you asking me to always save you or help you or fix this? Or I've got my own stuff going on. But then after that, there was a kind of a shift, so it seems, for you to get back into a mode of, this is true Pisces power. When everything is falling apart, when all the people around me are running around like headless chickens, this is where I'm at my calmest. This is where I'm at my coolest. And this is where my superhero's cape does start flying in the wind. Because people don't realize, Pisces, that you are really at your strongest when everything else just seems like an absolute catastrophe. You're the one standing up, standing strong, and being the responsible and respectable person, being the one who holds all the shit together. That's why we love you, Pisces. And that's what the sun is doing. I mean, that's where the sun is pointing towards in Sagittarius, in the 10th house, of being really responsible. When other people are just crumbling and falling apart, they're all turning to you and saying, I need your help. I need you to do this. I need you. I need you. I need your strength. I need you to be a rock of support for me. I need you to love me. I need you to show me nurturing. I need you to blah, 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 blah. And you're saying, okay, I can do that. That's no bother to me. But don't forget this when you're back up on your feet again, that I do have this superpower. Don't fall into that trap again of saying, oh, Pisces, they're a dreamer, they're drifting through life. No, remember this shit, please. Remember that my superpower does come when you really, really need it the most. That's where my magic shines. And shining so it is, as I said, in the 10th house, where you are seen as a respectable and responsible person. 10th house has a lot to do with career too. And the sun is shining on your career. So all good things are coming, but they're coming with a bit of hard work. And you're saying, well, 2018, 2017, I mean, how many years now has it been hard work? So I think I can actually just push it a little bit more. Well, can you? Can you push it a little bit more, Pisces? Because at the end of the month, things just start to look a whole lot better. So if you're being asked this month to just step up, take extra responsibilities maybe within your career, handle it like the pro that you are, Pisces, because the rewards will come. And you really can do this. You really can handle those responsibilities when everybody else is just falling a freaking apart. Yeah. Now, December 1st, Mercury is retrograding in Scorpio, but it does go direct on the 6th. Thank God, thank Goddess, thank everybody, thank the universe, thank the cosmos, because we can't handle Mercury retrogrades after the year that we've put down. I mean, retrogrades, dramas, eclipses, everything. Finally, let's end the year where things are just moving a bit better. Yeah, well, they are. They're moving a bit better. And they're moving great for you in your 9th house. The 9th house is where we have a vision of our life, where we take all the things that we believe in and shape them up in a way that carry us into our future. They are our spiritual support, the place that we return to when things get tough. So we say, I am doing this because I believe in something, because it's my purpose, it's my passion, it's what's driving me. So there's a huge amount of energy in the 9th house, also at the start of the month, saying, get these little visions together of where you need to be and bring it together and have a target. Because it's very important this month for you, Pisces, when you're doing all this work in your career, to recognize what you're doing it for. What's the point? What's the target? What are you actually aiming for? I know a lot of you with Saturn and Pluto in the 11th house are aiming to big levels. You're aiming big, and you're being quite generous with your skills also in some way, because you're probably saying, I'm prepared to do X, Y, and Z for maybe a few coins in order for me to get into a top position. So you could be sacrificing quite physical things like contracts, steady employment, or getting paid in the way that you need to be paid in order to get in with a group or get into a higher position where you see yourself. Pushing yourself towards fame takes certain sacrifices. But this seems that it's more or less going to be the last month where you're doing things for free or just doing it because it gets you into the right place. Because when we start the new year, it's all about radically changing up now how you perceive the work that you're doing with the coin that you're being paid. And you're going to take that far more seriously in 2019. So enjoy the last period where you're just doing things solely for arriving at fame or for arriving at a key point where people celebrate you, because it gets more serious later down the road, which is a great thing. And that's why I'm saying to you this month, have your vision together, know your target, know what you're aiming for, because the pressure will be on in 2019 to really meet those targets and to bring the dreams that you're weaving into a reality so that you can see the reward, not just the reward that you've elevated yourself in some way, but show me the money, the real reward here too. So get your targets, aim high, and really, really start building that this month, Pisces. Also, in terms of traveling and education, you've got so much energy at the start of the month there too. It could mark a period where you're really, really getting your documents together, travel documents, passports, visas, and so on like that, and trying to organize some long journey that seems to open your mind and seems to help you in some way. It's a journey with a purpose. Now that purpose could be education, it could be to gain more experience doing something, it could be just to relax before you realise that next year you're going to have to start bringing in the real coin and see the rewards for the work that you've been doing. So it's just travelling with a sense of purpose that could be happening. Yeah, so that's really good. December 7th, we've the new moon in Sagittarius in the 10th house. Again, make those real plans and targets, real tangible, real proper targets for your career. And that is going to elevate you. For those of you interested in doing a career that's a bit adventurous or a bit wild or even a bit spiritual, this is a wonderful month for you to see that's really starting to open up for you. If it's work that involves maybe traveling, as I said, or work that involves religion, faith, some sort of spirituality or some sort of higher education, higher wisdom, it's on. It's on for you. And make that your new moon wish to put the energy of the universe into expanding that even further, because that's where you're going, Pisces. It's where you're going. The sun moves into Capricorn on December 21st into your 11th house, where magic happens, where fame happens, where you're seen as a celebrated person, where people admire you, respect you for the things that you've been able to craft, the things that you've been able to create, your very personality that's now gone up a gear, where people celebrate you and reward you. Yeah, I was going somewhere with that and then I got a bit sidetracked. It's where the magic in your life, where you really see yourself in your, if I had a magic wand, I would be there type of vision. And the sun is shining all over that on the 21st. So the real big dream, desire, vision that you have for your future, the sun is coming to really propel that, to put the force of the universe into it, and to really see some success come from these things that you're doing. December 22nd, full moon in Cancer in your 5th house. So the month ends with you being really, really, passionate and open about doing the creative things that you love to do. It's about fun, pleasure. Maybe there'll be a moment towards the end of the month where you say, I really need to bring more fun back into my life. I maybe need to bring more romance back into my life. I really need to just do things for the heck of it. I've been working, it's been a tough year, it's been a tough 2 years, it's been a tough many years. I think it's time, after all the effort I've been putting in and dealing with all the confusion, dealing with everybody around me, falling into a state of crisis, it's time now where I just get to relax and have the fun and pleasure and play that I really, truly crave. Now, other things that are going on. From the very start of the month, Pisces, December 1st, Venus is in the 8th house. And she's in opposition to Uranus retrograding in your 2nd house. And I want you to just be mindful of this. For those of you in a relationship, in a business relationship, in a partnership, or even with people who are very close to you, they could be going through some real heavy, weird stuff at the moment, real crisis things. And I want you not to feel that you're losing energy by dealing with some of other people's crisis. I don't want you to lose that, and I don't want you to lose money either. There's a situation that could happen here, Pisces, in December, where you offer to be the good Samaritan to somebody, you offer to help somebody out, you offer to loan money, loan something, and it might get damaged, or something doesn't go right, and you may end up having to pay for that. Now, it could be that you borrow somebody else's resource, you borrow something from them, and you're not able to pay it back, or there's a difficulty with paying it back. So try not to get yourself into some financial weirdness by trying to help out, or by trying to do a good thing perhaps for your partner or for somebody close to you. Just show caution. Just show caution there, where the good thing makes you, it kind of turns into a not good thing financially. There could be an element here too, where for those of you in a relationship, your partner could be really looking to your support now financially. That they could be seeing the work that you're doing and say, listen, the money's not good, things aren't happening well for me, I need you maybe to support me for a little bit. I need you to take care of me for a little bit. I need you to step up and maybe bring in more money into whatever it is you're both doing. So there could be a bit of pressure there that could annoy you a little bit, Pisces. So just try not to flare up in anger with that, and try not to lose a good relationship with somebody you're bonded with over some issue to do with money also, because that could be a thing. Now, there are a few cards waiting here. What I'm going to do, Pisces, now is I'm going to start choosing. So the 8 of Swords. Hasn't it been a weird year? I was just thinking this is the last reading, monthly reading for 2018. It has been the strangest, weirdest, oddest, confusing year. And I think for everybody, we'll be kind of glad to see the back of it. I know some of you did very, very, very well. You've seen some of your dreams start to really come true. You've started to take your work more seriously. You've started to take your vision of your life more seriously and things like that. So it's been paying off for you in some way, but it has been weird. I know that. So roll on the new year, yeah? Now, we have some cards, 2 more cards, Pisces, and let's have a look here. And one last card. Just before I look down, I want to say in the first week of December, do try not to clash with figures of authority. Now that could be your boss, it could be key figures, it could also be the law or just government agencies. Maybe while you're trying to get some documents organized for travel, just do your best not to get so frustrated with some figure of authority, because it's not worth it, Pisces. It's not worth it to lose your cool. Just stay calm, keep being yourself, and just don't let somebody who's maybe trying to lord it over you also a little bit, or trying to show rank on you, pull rank or show authority over you. Don't get bothered by that. Stay calm, stay cool, and you could do very well out of that. Okay? So now, Pisces, let's move over. Let's look at your December cards. So we open up with this. Yeah, it's a tricky card, and it's to do with tricky communication. Now, we did say that you've left November and still feeling it a little bit into the month of December, where there's a little bit of tricky communication. You're there, you're standing up, you're trying to get on with your life, doing your own thing. And it seems that the crises of other people it's coming around you, it's surrounding your environment, and you're saying, oh, for the love of, here I am standing up, trying to bring money in, trying to get my life purpose organized, trying to shape something into a tangible reality here. I'm doing my very best, I'm working hard, but because I'm quiet, because I don't usually complain, you don't see me working that hard. You don't see how much effort I'm putting into trying to stand up and get myself organized here. But yet you're coming at me trying to communicate how depressed you are, how much your life has gone bad, how bad it's been for you for the last few years and blah, blah. And you're saying, I know, I was here too, I felt it. It's not just you. You know, so there's a moment as you step into the month where you're turning your back a little bit on people who just can't deal with the energies that are going on right now. That they're losing a lot, and I'm not saying they're just being assholes. Some of them could be, but people are out there and they're losing a lot. They're losing careers, they're losing relationships, they're losing their mind. And they're all running at you, like I said at the start of the reading, to say, how is it that you're standing up? How is it that you're creating something new? Everything seems to be beginning fresh for you. Why is that, Pisces? What's your secret? What's your magic? And you're saying, getting on with it, dealing with it. Despite the shit going on around you, just getting up and working. That's how I'm dealing with it. Not wallowing in what's going on and what's the this and what's the that. I'm just getting on with it. I'm getting on with the business of being me. And maybe that's something you could do too. And that would get you out of feeling like this. Yeah. Also, in terms of communication with the people that you love, it's been a bit harsh, as we touched upon there at the start of the reading. And cross words were said. Very, very direct words had to be spoken to clear the air, as I said. But also, in some way, to stop people, I'll even say, abusing the good vibes that you've got going on right now. Taking advantage of you and demanding that you also feel bad in the way that they feel bad. And you're like, please, 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 this is not how I work. Just because I'm a sympathetic person, an empathetic person, doesn't mean that I'm going to rub your head and tell you that it's okay every time you're being an asshole in denial of some of your big problems. Deal with it, like I'm dealing with it. So harsh words have been said. Yeah, and particularly for those of you in a close relationship, in a partnership with your love, there's that energy right from the start of the month of you saying, you're ruining my vibe. I'm trying to get on with making money. I'm trying to get on with building up my self-esteem, my self-worth and my self-confidence. This is the new me that's emerging. I mean, it's tender. These are my dreams, so tread carefully on my dreams because they're only at the new bloom stage. So don't come in at me with you saying, oh, it's the world, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. If the sky is falling, then stand up and do something about it. Don't keep asking me to fix it because I'm busy doing the proper thing that the universe has asked all of us to do. And that is to stand up and take care of ourselves when the shit hits the fan. You know, like in an aeroplane, when they say, when the mask drops, please take care of your own mask first before attending to others. And it's the same thing. When the universal plane is going through turbulence and everybody is, and you're trying to drink the whiskey and the masks fall down, do what the instructions say. Take care of your own self first before you attend to other people's needs. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that because it stops the chaos during the turbulence and it gets everything into a better shape and into a better order. And that's what you're not quite understanding about other people this month, Pisces. How they can so easily fall apart and then run to you. And there will be a moment where some of you will look to other people and say, like the Tower card in the tarot, you'll say, was your life built on such shoddy foundations that at the first sign of wind or turbulence that you have to just abandon everything and come running to me for shelter? Now, Pisces, again, it doesn't mean that you're being mean or cruel. You're happy to help people out. You are a great source for people of strength this month. But at the same time, it leaves you puzzled. How is it that you can brag for months and months about how you're living your top life, living the best life, doing this and that? How is it that you can do that? But at the first sign of a tremor, you're all scrambling. And you know what it does, Pisces? It gives you a reminder. It reminds you that you're much stronger than you thought you were because you build from very subtle foundations. Everything you do emerges from a strong foundation, even though you're not an earth sign who we usually associate with strong foundations. It's you have layers and layers and layers of steady, energetic foundation, a strata of energetic vibes that brings you your strength. And it's a good time for you now, when you see all the towers of other people collapsing, for you to re-engage with being confident with that, because it's not often as showy as other people's strength. It's not often as obvious as other people's strength, and sometimes it's even invisible to you. your own strength. But this is a great month to remember the layers of psychic and cosmic force that you always build your dreams upon. And they are not to be trifled with, and they are not to be dismissed. They're much stronger, as you'll be shown this month, than a great many of the other people's foundations. So draw your confidence from that again. Now, and by doing that, you move slowly and steadily towards a few things. Slowly and steadily towards new love, which is very possible for you, Pisces, this month. Very, very possible. But the new love I'm feeling here is new love to do with doing something that you love. You see, this is practical. Practically moving towards doing something that you love. And also, this card is about self-love. Again, look, he's holding the fish, the Pisces cup, where the fish is reflected back to him. Probably very similar to what we've just spoken about, knowing that your great strength is slow and steady and built on stronger things. You're the dark horse, Pisces. I always say that you're solid in ways that even you sometimes don't understand. And you get a moment to see that, to look at the Piscean strength and to trust that again. It's confidence coming back to you this month when you see just how strong you are. On the top row, we also have 2 cards, money growing, going from the page and developing up, moving up to the next rank, which is the Knight, because he's trusted now and he's respected to do the right thing. And Knight is always sent on a mission to do what? Well, in this case, to have a real sense of purpose, but purpose that brings in tangible reward, as I said, which will kick off in 2019 for you, very much so. So you're learning beautiful lessons this month, Pisces, in the chaos, in the madness, and I feel that. I feel the strength that you're learning. You're learning just how solid you are, your skills are, your talents are, your strength when other people are collapsing. You see the power in you. And that is your building block, the keystone to your success for your future, once you have that target to do what? To build your empire. Because that's what it's all for, Pisces. It's all about building your empire. It's all about gathering your skills, meeting with the right people, finding the right people in your life to surround yourself, being in a good vibe with the people close to you, conquering some of your biggest fears, worries, and inner doubts, conquering without any shame, with full force, conquering some of the things that have been really holding you back, the big fears, conquering the fear that you can't get out there and succeed in whatever it is that you want to do too. This is the card of having to turn a blind eye to something, feeling trapped, feeling that the only way to get through some situation in your life is to ignore it, is to not look at it, is to play dead in some cases. Yeah. Now, this will not be tolerated with Mars in Pisces, saying, come on, Pisces, don't turn a blind eye to this thing anymore, this relationship, this friendship, this situation in your life. No more. Get out of where you've been trapped. And the traps came when you overcompromised yourself in some way. The traps came when you believed that you weren't good enough because, as I said to you, you saw other people rising and living the good life, having the right relationship, putting photographs on Instagram where they're smiling, living in a dream home, and where they seem all day to be just out playing on the beach, drawing love hearts in the sand. And you're like, how do these bitches do that? How do they do that? And you saying, when I look around my life, it's nothing like that. It involves getting up early in the morning and doing the same old shit. It involves having to put away my beautiful dreams because I have to go work in a place I don't want to work. It's having to deal with people. It's having to come home and cook and throw laundry into the washing machine. It's the practical things that have been getting me down because I can't live that life, and you've reduced yourself in some way, Pisces. And Mars in Pisces is saying, hello, hello, are you for real, Pisces? You've got so much more magic than all of them put together. You've got more magic in your life by being on the Pisces vibe that you were born with than any of them put together. They've to put filters on their photographs. They've to do this, they've to do that. They've to create magic scenarios. Look around your life. Your life already is a magic scenario. And the reason why it doesn't look like that now is because you're not perceiving it like that. The new moon Mercury in Scorpio, Venus in Scorpio, saying value, value, value what you're looking around at in your life and change your perception. You do have magic in your life. And it's how you see your life that brings the magic to it. So that's what Mars is trying to get you to see. That you don't need anything extra or fantastical in your life. It already is magic. It's just your perception now that needs a bit of adjustment so that you can get back loving. And as Venus wants you to do, have value with what you're perceiving around you. Yeah. Here we have money, Pisces, money, what the heck? Money everywhere. Your career. Yeah, look, around the 20th of December, I do see some really positive things happening within your career. It could be a pay rise. It could be something sudden and surprising also happening, that you're rewarded for the hard work that you've been doing this month. You're getting the money. You're also getting the potential to have a new way to do things that you're doing in your financial life, handling money better, handling this whole work situation better, asking for a promotion, asking for a raise, really examining now with a new, fresh mind, a new perspective, how is this money thing working out for me? Can I manage all of this in a better way so I can reap all the rewards, so that I can have tangible evidence, excuse me, Pisces, in my life that money is coming to me? Well, it seems this month you can. You're balancing up something, weighing it up, balancing it up, seeing things from a new perspective that you've never seen before, so that money comes in. You're mastering something with your money. Now, I told you in the beginning of 2019, it's going to be all about getting systems in place, getting yourself super organized so that you are doing the work that you love, or something that you love to do, and you're getting paid properly for that. And I think it begins in December that you start feeling that. You start saying, can I? Is it possible? Can I possibly do something that I love and make the money that I really think is not just good money, but the king, the top dollar? Can I? It would seem you can, but it would seem that you can certainly begin asking that question, because the energy that's driving you this month is supporting you as you ask those questions, and they may just give you the answers to those questions, Pisces. Now, as we come towards the end of the month, here we see some friendly competition, maybe to do with work, maybe to do with something to do with your family too, or where you live. There's friendly competition. For some of you, not all of you, there could be one last thing to do with your family life. For some of you, could be changing home and trying to bid, a bidding war in a new home. That's for some of you, not all of you. There's not a huge amount of energy supporting that, but I'm just reading what the cards might suggest here. That, yeah, you could be bidding for something, bidding for a new house, bidding for a new rent agreement, bidding for for something that could be happening, yeah. But also this is the card to do with strong competition. And beside it is you feeling that you have to keep it together, play your cards close to your chest, not give too much away. And that could be to your advantage this month, towards the end of the month, Pisces. You're working. You have big dreams, big things that you want to see happen in your life. And you want the magic to return in your life, particularly financially. You really want to see that. Show the big results that you said, I expect the big results from this. And I'm going to review this until I get it. But this is the art at the very end of the month of maybe having to have stern words with yourself about how to create a situation that gets you out of a type of poverty consciousness. You might have to brainstorm. That would be another good thing for you to do. Get a bunch of people that you really trust together. A mentor. Mercury direct in Scorpio in the 9th house until the 12th, then he moves into the 10th house. So somebody maybe that you respect in work, or some older person that has a lot of wisdom and knowledge that you respect. It could be a male figure. And you maybe get that you thrash it out, get brainstorming creatively about how to get you out of this feeling of smallness when it comes to your money. So get those ideas flowing. The only limit I see from your cards here, Pisces, the only limit is your limits that you've been putting on yourself. Because you've got the Emperor saying, light this thing up, light it up, and get rid of the fears. Because when you do, you can start playing with money again, playing with ideas that bring in the coin, and playing with the idea that you can bring in top money. But also go back and play around creatively with the thing that you're doing, and play around with what you can do with money, how you can make it work more, and get really good advice from somebody who might thrash it out with you to get you out of some hardship to do with money, or something that you can't seem to get past. You've got everything. You've got everything that you need. It's all to your advantage. You've got all that you need, plus more, plus magic, plus the universe shining down on you this month. And yet, you still don't yet trust that you can get out of poverty consciousness. You don't yet trust that you can get out of some of the fears of success. Imagine having a fear of success. Now, Pisces, that's really something that needs to be brought back into balance. Absolutely. But when you deal with all this, you're going to leave the month with another Knight. You have the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. And now the Page of Cups has taken advice from another Knight, from an Earth sign. Some of you could be getting some great advice from a Capricorn. Now we are coming into Capricorn season, December 21st. Great advice around that period. But a Capricorn, a Taurus or a Virgo could really be saying, come on Pisces, I know you've all these great dreams for your future, or great loves that you want to have in your life. I want you to love your life again, and here are the practical ways to do it. And the Page has listened to the advice from the wise, practical one who knows how to handle money. And he's grown from it. He's grown from it. And in turn, he's become a Knight. And he's handing his cup that he started with when he looked at his own Pisces self in the mirror, saw just how strong he was, and emerged into something stronger. And he's walking with the cup of love towards true love. This is the soulmate card. This is the feeling that everything's coming together. This is the feeling that you finally found your groove, the place that you're supposed to be. You finally found people who get you. You finally find people who love you and respect you. And why do they love you and respect you? Because you've grown. You've loved and respected yourself first and the things that you're doing in your life, and you've emerged into something stronger. And that in turn brings love to you and brings respect to you and brings a life that you love to you. But certainly, I will say this also in other things too, for those of you who are interested in love, it could be an earth sign that gives you good advice about love. You take that, you grow stronger and more confident, and you bring that love to who? To who? Who would it be? It could be another water sign, another Pisces, another Cancer, or a Scorpio. Could be a Scorpio actually, yeah. You could be finding a lot of love there. But it's more than that. I'm going into details of it. Could be love and it could be this, but it's the general sweeping feeling that I love here, Pisces. It's you're reminded this month of where your Pisces power is. And please trust that, because you're going to emerge by the end of the month really more ready to be in true confidence with your path, and you'll walk your path. And when you walk your path with confidence, it brings you everything that you love in your life. That's gorgeous, Pisces. I love that. I really, really love that. Pisces, I'm going to leave it at that. And for those of you who came to the very first deep read last month, let me say thank you so much. It was such a pleasure reading your comments. It was great to have your support too. So thank you for that, Pisces. That means a whole lot to me, and I really appreciate it. And for those of you who don't know what the heck I'm talking about, the deep read. Last month I launched a new video. It's called the Deep Read. There's a link down below in the description box, and it goes into subjects like love, relationships, looking for new love, family, friends, career, money, and anything that we can dig up. And we talk about it on a deeper level. They're quite long readings because we go into it. And if that's something that you want to do, the link is down there below. And I would love you, Pisces, to come join me again this month for the deep read so we can unpack the month of December. So I'm going to leave it at that, Pisces. And I'm going to also raise a glass for you to celebrate the holiday season. Enjoy all the festivities and everything it has to offer, and enjoy the beautiful feeling that you'll have as the month comes to an end. It will be gorgeous, Pisces. May all your beautiful dreams come true. And here's to a new year, because it'll be the next time I see you will be in the new year. Bye-bye 2018, and until 2019, my beautiful, I will leave you with a big kiss. Mwah! And all my love. Bye, my gorgeous.